Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Yankee Stadium.
They win the final game 5-2 to remain the baseball champions of the world. The Yankees, with this 9-0 crusher, have won their 17th World Series. The Yankees again are world champions. The Yankees win their 21st World Series.
The Yankees are champions of baseball. Ball game over. World Series over. Yankees win. The Yankees win. The Yankees are back on top. World champions for the 27th time.
Hey, welcome back, Yankee fans. This is episode number 62. We call this the Aaron Judge Set the Home Run Record episode. My name is Chris, and I am joined once again by the podcast Paisano. AJ, how are you?
Good evening.
Oh, get ready, folks.
Yep.
Get ready. And we are joined once again by the pint-sized podcaster, Mr. Trivia. What's up?
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Before we talk to Dad, how do you feel about the Yankees?
Be honest.
I'm mad at them.
Why? Stay by the mic. Why are you mad at them? Let's talk.
Why can't they just win a game?
You realize they're above 500, and we're 7 games into the year.
Where do you think he gets this?
You are your father's son. No doubt about it. All right, but that's not why you're here. I'm going to listen to your dad complain for the next 30 to 40 minutes.
Probably.
But you're here to bring us trivia. So, Mr. Pint Size, what is the trivia question you have today? What is the Yankee baseball brain buster?
Date. What 1,000-year RBI?
And the day is April 7th, 1990.
April 7th, 1994.
Yep.
His 1,000th RBI. Let's see. I'm going to go with, all right, I'm going to ask a question.
Oh.
Was this player with the Yankees for an extended period of time, or did this person happen to be on the Yankees in 1994 and get their 1,000th RBI?
We're going to go with
Extended time. 1,000th RBI. I will guess at that point, 1,000 RBIs. I'll say Don Mattingly.
Correct.
Oh, yes.
Got it. I was hoping you were going to get it. That's your guy. You had to get it.
There you go. All right, Donnie Baseball. Nice work, Pint Size. Will you be back next week?
Thank you.
Will you be back next?
I'll be back next.
All right. That was the Pint Size Podcaster, and that was your Yankee Baseball Brain Buster, brought to you by the fine folks in North Jersey. You're the fine folks. All right, AJ, the Yankees are, as I said, they are 4-3. They are tied for second in the AL East. They are wrapped up in a series against the Baltimore Orioles, who are also 4-3 and tied for second here in the very early goings of the season. They did lose today, April 7th. They lost 7-6 in Baltimore, Yankee Stadium South. To open the year, they won their series against the Giants 2-1. Life is good. They took 2 out of 3 from the Phillies. Life is good. And here we are. Why do you look and sound miserable about this team 1 week in?
I'm not miserable. Let's just go with that. I'm not miserable at it, but there's things. You can see that we have no pitching. I don't know if anybody realized that. Clark Schmidt is not very good right now.
He was not very good today.
He was not very good last Saturday either. He was not. He didn't make it through 4 innings either game. And that's a big deal.
I thought he pitched worse today.
Absolutely. Because that ball was just laying over the middle of the plate. And look, we said at the beginning of last week, Baltimore is not a team you can play around with this year. This is not going to be a team where they're going to sit back and just beat up on them. This team is good. And the fact that they're putting up numbers, like big numbers, like Baltimore's scoring runs and the Yankees are not. Like they're winning games. And yeah, granted, they scored 6 runs, but like they're not producing. We're going back to the same deal. They're not producing. Like it's a lot of home runs. Today there was no home runs. Was there any home runs?
Franchi Cordero, legend continues.
Home run. That's right. I forgot. Right. There's just things that bench is not looking good. Your bench consists of Franchi Cordero, Hicks, IKF, and Higashioka. That's your bench, right? It's not scary.
How many benches in Major League Baseball are scary? And what is scary to you? Because if your bench is scary, shouldn't those guys be playing?
Well, what I mean by scary is like in a pitch hitting situation, Like the other day, granted, we had Rizzo coming off the bench if need, but if a situation pops up and you got a guy that needs pinch hit, you're going to pinch hit for Hicks. Great. Throw him a fastball. Okay. Inning over. Like, I'm sorry. Like, he's struggling. I hate that he's getting booed, but like, he's just not hitting. Like, everything is getting blown right by him, and it's right down the middle. Look, I'm not saying this team's going to go under 500. They're going to win games and they're going to go on a streak, but I'm concerned about the pitching. That's my biggest concern, because you're relying on Cole, who's the only one who can do anything.
And he's looked good so far.
He looked great. Nestor
in both starts.
Nestor looked pretty good. He looked clean, but like a better team, do they hit off him?
Well, I mean, you could say that about any team. If you come up against a good hitting team, they're going to hit.
So Nestor pitched against Phillies, right?
Right.
And Philly coming off a series where they didn't do anything. And if you watch the end of that series against Philly, they started hitting the ball. So what happens in a situation where, I don't know, like, is Nestor going to get tagged up? And I don't know.
He might.
Concerned. I'm very concerned about the pitching. There's nobody on this team.
Well, okay. What about Johnny Burrito?
What about him? Like, he's not staying. He's on the taxi squad. So, okay, great.
All right.
He's going to get a
pitching
start.
tomorrow.
He's pitching tomorrow?
Yes, he is.
I thought it wasn't allowed to pitch after April 18th.
See, there's the thing. So I was watching the game today, and because Donaldson is injured, they were allowed to bring him up because of an injury, and he didn't have to wait the 10 days. So he is pitching tomorrow.
Got it.
So he's got the Saturday start.
Let's see what he does. Look, this is a good matchup for him because it's a young team.
Yes.
It's a team that's very aggressive. Look, like Baltimore is impressive. If Baltimore has their pitching right, Baltimore is going to be dangerous.
We'll see.
I said if.
Now, granted, they're not going to sweep them now this weekend, which is certainly what I wanted.
Right.
But if they take tomorrow and Sunday and they win 2 out of 3, they will have won their first 3 series of the year.
Right. Well,
and actually, John put it into perspective. If you win 2 out of 3, if you win your series, you finish 108-52.
No, look. And again, I'm not going to go down the route that I always go, like middle of the year, where I'm very concerned.
I was going to say, you're in mid-season form right now.
No, I'm very nervous about the pitching.
Well, let me ask you this. What are you excited about with this team? What have you liked that you saw this week in the opening week?
What have I liked? I like DJ. So I'll go right down. DJ starting off hot. DJ looks pretty good.
Yes.
He looked a little lost in game 1, but that's okay because he's picked it up. Judge is still hot. He's hitting the ball nice.
Yes.
He's getting some good swings on it. Got a couple of strikeouts early, so he's got a lot of strikeouts the last couple of games, but that's okay. I'm not even worried about that.
Were you jacked up about his opening day home run?
Of course I was.
Okay, just checking.
Of course I was. That's a big deal. Stanton, he's hitting the ball with power, but he's still batting like 200.
Yeah, 200. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So I
like one of our bullet points for this episode. He's hitting the ball pretty well, and he's pretty hot.
Right, he's pretty hot. He's hitting the ball nicely. Glaber's been hot. We'll talk about Glaber in a little bit. Volpe's playing some great defense. He does look a little overmatched to plate. I think he's swinging out of his shoes, but I think that's why. That's the only positive. There's nothing else. Cabrera hit well today.
Yes, he did.
Friday game. He hit very well, which is great because I was going to come into this episode wondering what the next move is because Cabrera was. So I'm glad he got a couple of hits. Big ones. Big knock.
Yes. What I liked this week is, and you're seeing this throughout Major League Baseball, Yankees are running, right? Gleyber Torres, in addition to hitting the ball and looking good at the plate, I think he's got the same number of stolen bases now after the first week that he didn't accumulate until the middle of May last season.
Right.
And we're definitely seeing an uptick in stolen bases. And I think the league is 80% successful on stolen bases early in the season. So I'm liking to see the running game. Yeah. The pitch clock, I think, is helping Garrett Cole.
I believe so.
I think again, he's one of these crazy pitchers who everything's got to be just so. And if not, that he's got a list of excuses as to why things didn't go his way. So I think the pitch clock is allowing him to be focused and, not be distracted or allow batters to, take their time and things like that. So I think that's definitely a positive. Judge, I am right with you in lockstep. He has looked good so far. I have the stats up. He's got, let's see, who leads the team in hits? Gleyber Torres has 9 hits on the year, followed by Judge with 8. Stanton has 6 hits. Judge has 2 home runs. Stanton's got 2. Gleyber has 2. Got a bunch of guys with 1. Judge does have 12 strikeouts on the year. He's got 2 stolen bases. Gleyber Torres has 5 stolen bases here in the first week. So I think it's just a matter of, finding their groove. Again, it's early, if they, so 4-3, even if they lose this series, they are at 500. They're 5-5, 10 games in, right? And then we can turn the page and look to the next 10 games, look to the next 2 weeks of baseball or so.
Right. It's fine.
So yeah. All right. You brought a number of bullet points to the table today.
Yeah.
Which one would you like to start with?
Let's talk about Glaber. Well, he's been doing well, and I know I've been a Glaber hater as of late. So let's discuss. I'm very curious where you are.
All right. You wrote this down as basically give him a contract or trade him.
Mm-hmm.
And my gut tells me he's playing well. His value is rising. Trade him. I don't think he's the long-term next 6 to 8 year solution.
I don't think so.
And I think they have guys who are going to be better, or the potential to be better.
So I got this because I was listening to Tierney and Tiki the other day, and they were talking about this exact thing. Like, what do you do with Glaber? A caller called in, like, the same thing we talked about. Do you move Volpe over to second base and you bring a Peraza, a shortstop, blah, blah, blah. Now with Donaldson hurt, there's some flexibility there, right? So now what do you do? So, Brandon Tierney was saying, there's a good possibility for Glaber to be a 30-30-30 guy. 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases, 30 doubles, right? Very good possibility. And somebody else on the show, I don't know who it was, it wasn't Tiki. He's like, what about 40? And I think 40 is not going to happen. I don't see Glaber putting 40 home runs out there. No chance in my eyes. 30 is a possibility. I just don't think he's got that swing right now. I think when he starts hitting home runs, he swings out of his shoes. That's where he gets out of sync. But forget the offense for a second. It's the defense that still makes me crazy. It's that Robinson Cano defense of I'm going to take it so easy that I'm going to mess up. And
he did that today. He committed an error.
Mental error, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So didn't cover the base. Possible double play. Thank God.
No, he made a physical error. He botched a ground ball to second base, and I think he was already thinking turning two, and he botched it and then couldn't make the play at first either, and then wind up not making a play at first base either, which I think led to a run or two. Okay.
Well, he had that mental error where he was not covering second base on a ball that was hit to either Volpe or I think it was Volpe. He didn't cover the base. Volpe was there, cut off the ball, and then threw the runner out. So thanks for his heads up baseball.
And he had the other heads up play today. I don't know if you saw it. It was a smash ground ball.
Mm-hmm.
LeMahieu gets it at third, looks to go to second,
right?
And Volpe gets back to the bag to get.
That's the play. That's the play I'm referring to. I'm sorry.
Okay,
but this is the Glaber. What do we put up with? That offense can be there, and we know that because he's done it before. But who is he? Who is
But the
Glaber?
Yankees have. This is going to sound weird. The Yankees have more offense, and if you take Glaber Torres out of that, they are not going to suffer, and they shouldn't suffer based on having Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton in the lineup, Anthony Rizzo in the lineup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Glaber Torres having a 30-30-30-30-30 whatever season is not going to be the reason why the Yankees do or do not win a World Series.
Correct. However, if we take
he could be the piece that gets you the piece.
That he could be, but what if? I'm saying, Volpe looks a little overmatched at the plate. So now we get rid of Torres. Who are we putting in there? Peraza, who's batting under 200. So now we have two guys who are lost at the plate with Peraza and Volpe, and Cabrera who struggle. So what has to give? Do you just roll with Torres for this year and then you get nothing back for him?
But you know what? There's a lot of you bring up Volpe, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he's looking overmatched at the plate, there was talk. Is he second baseman? I do not think for a second the Yankees are going to put Anthony Volpe at second base.
No, and he looks good as short. Everybody wanted to knock his shortstop. He looks very good as short.
That's what I'm saying. And all the hype around him, I don't think they're bringing him up to then move him to second base.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Not a week, 2 weeks, a month, and not at all this season, right? I think if they're able to move Glaber and, your next point, what do we do with Aaron Hicks?
Mm-hmm.
If you could package Glaber Torres and Aaron Hicks, right? We'll give you something good. We'll give you something we're trying to get rid of. And you can move the two of them for pitching, right? Then you could put LeMahieu at second base. So an all-star second baseman, right? Donaldson gets healthy. If Donaldson can hit, Donaldson is your third baseman. But then find a way to bring Peraza up. Maybe you make Peraza play third. Seems like a pretty good left side of the infield.
Right. This is why I say there's question marks, right? What do you do with Hicks?
He's got to go. He's got to
And
go.
and I was looking at something like I think again it was an article. I didn't listen to this on the radio, but I think Brandon Tierney was saying, you have to do right by him and just let him go. You got to release him because this is now going to be a mental thing where like every time you have to play, you're going to get booed. Like, who is he? Because I don't think he has the mental toughness. Because you could see it already. He already feels like he's lost.
Yeah.
He's got the fans against him.
Here's what he is not, and he was never going to be. And I think Brian Cashman thought he was going to get the second coming of Bernie Williams.
Yeah, definitely.
And now maybe there were flashes of that.
Yep.
But it has not worked out. He was undeserving of the extension he got.
Sure.
Which the Yankees never do. And why would you do that for somebody like Aaron Hicks?
Right. Got it. You gave him that contract, and was he injured when he signed that contract? Is that what it was? You remember?
No, he got injured shortly after.
Was it right after? Okay. That's a huge deal for a guy who really just plays like great defense because he wasn't hitting. But I feel like, you got to just kind of part with him, let him go, let him pick up somewhere where he'll be successful. Because nobody's going to take him right now because teams know the Yankees are desperate to get rid of him. So you eat the salary. He
is 33 years old.
Mm-hmm.
His contract this year is, what's his base? His base salary, $10.5 million.
Right. Yep.
He is signed through the 2025 season with a club option for 2026 when he's 36 years old.
Right.
And he's not a free agent again until 2027.
Right.
At the age of 37.
Right. So you got to let him go.
Yeah. They owe him 10.5 this year, 9.5. Yeah. He's got to go.
Yeah, but I'm sure you find some kind of stipulation there that you let him go, and the team that signs him, picks him up, whatever the case may be, has to pay a little bit of a salary. I just don't think him being on this team is worthwhile right now. Especially the fact you have guys you like. Like I'm reading an article the other day where the Yankees really like Jake Bauers, who's hitting the cover off the ball right now in the minors, like just putting out huge numbers. Major league ready guy. It's not like you're not getting a guy who you don't know what he could do. He did this before. He's been in the majors. He can do this.
Yeah.
Just bring him up. Like you want to talk about this now, or you want to wait on this one? Yankees release Florial to get him back because nobody wants him,
which surprised a lot of people. Surprised the Yankees.
Surprised me, to be honest with you.
What, did they let him go, or that nobody picked him up?
Nobody picked him up. I was waiting for them to let him go. I thought they were going to make a trade for him.
Yeah.
Essentially they did, but got him back.
Yeah. And that he was DFA'd last weekend out of options, and he cleared waivers, and he was back at Scranton today.
It's unbelievable. Good player, just again lost at the plate.
But again, when I look at his career and time in the Bronx, I don't think he's ever been given, and I've talked about this before, he's never been given that, hey, we're going to play you every day, or we're going to play you 5 out of 7 days for 6 to 8 weeks. He's never gotten that opportunity.
And why is that? As we continue saying about him, like, what is it about him that the Yankees either don't like or
other people who make more? I believe it's other people who make more money and have been making more money the whole time he's been in the Yankee system.
Okay. It's fair. But look, again, this just continues with, like, came on here episode 1 of this season. I said it's the same team, and we're seeing the same team and the same problems. You got too many outfielders. Now you have too many infielders, right? The injuries are starting to pile up. Our pitching
not
staff
enough pitching.
Is Rodon is going to come back, and what's he going to be? When is he going to be? Is it May? Is it later? While he's saying he can throw, they all say they can throw, and they come back here and they're back on the IL. Herman looks no good. I mean, they loved what he did, but you threw a fastball to Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah,
come on.
What did you think was going to happen?
Seriously. And then he said the excuse of, oh, the pitch clock was going down. I didn't want to get a ball. Well, you know what? You give him a home run, so take the ball next time.
And you know what? Therein lies a potential strategy.
Right. Does that count as an intentional walk or just a walk?
I guess that depends if it's ball. No, it's I don't know. Is that a thing in the scorebook now? Pitch clock violation?
Yeah, it's a walk. Keep
tracking?
It's just a walk.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. Like, I'm not going to get overly concerned, but I'm just sharing my observations here. There's a lot of things with this team that are up in the air, and there's a lot of question marks, and that's it. So to go back to the question, Glaber, you say trade or you say contract?
I say trade him. Let him keep playing. Let him increase his value,
Mhm.
and then put together the right package. And most likely, you have to bring back some pitching.
Right. So do you trade him now, or do you trade him when he pulls his hamstring?
How many trades do you see in April?
Right. So better do it quick though, because that hamstring's probably going to pull at some point when he's stealing second base.
That's true. Would he look good in Pittsburgh? Can we get Brian Reynolds?
We always seem to. It's always Pittsburgh. The Yankees always find somebody. Ivan Nova, go to Pittsburgh.
Brian Reynolds looks good though early here in the
Dude, that guy is
early part of the season.
That guy's like, you want me? Who wants me? Come and get
he
me.
He is playing like he wants to go somewhere.
Yeah. And the Pirates are like, ooh, perfect. Just what we want. You want to get us Volpe?
Real quick, because I pulled it up. So Brian Reynolds threw 29 at bats, right? 29 at bats.
Yeah.
9 runs.
Yep.
13 hits,
Mhm.
5 homers, 13 RBI, stolen base. He's batting .448.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
And he can play left field and center field.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And he's a lefty.
And he's a lefty,
Mm-hmm.
which means he will come here and promptly increase his strikeout numbers looking at the short porch.
Right. And Andrew Benintendi.
I don't think he wanted to be here to begin with, but whatever.
What could have been?
What
Chapman's
could
taking out umpires. Benintendi's playing good defense. What could have been?
You enjoy any other baseball here during the week?
What's that?
Other baseball. Did you watch any other games? Anything stand out around Major League Baseball?
No, I really haven't. I've really been focused on the Yankees. Tried to watch a little bit of the Mets because that's a local team.
You see their joke today?
Yeah. I wrote back to you though. We said
I didn't see that.
when I saw him go up the stairs, I thought they were going to make him run down the line. High five, everybody! Everybody give Edwin Diaz a high five.
If you don't know what we're talking about, over at Citi Field, it was Met opening day today, and you kind of had to think that the Mets would find some way to play the trumpet song.
You have to.
So they saved him for last, introduced him. They played their trumpet song. People cheered. Had the knee brace on, and he was able to hobble up a couple of steps of the dugout. That should be the last time you hear Timmy Trumpet in 2023.
Somebody else is going to use it, right?
I don't know. I do use it when I do stuff at the high school I announce at.
There you go.
It is a good crowd bumper. For sure. You know what else pumps up the crowd?
Tell me.
SeatGeek.
Oh, I've heard about them.
Yes. We want to take a moment here to thank those who support us, and you should support them, and that is SeatGeek. So if you are looking for the easiest way to buy tickets for Yankee games, concerts, and other ticketed events, visit chasefor28.com/SeatGeek, download the app, and use our promo code CHASE428 at checkout, and you will get $20 off your first purchase. AJ has done it. He has saved the money, bought tickets. Life is good.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you said you're making an appearance at Yankee Stadium this summer.
I'm going to. I'm definitely will be there in June. I'll be there on the 21st.
Nice. So AJ is going to be hosting a Chase for 28 meetup.
Yep.
Up in section, section 407?
407. Yeah, whatever.
I don't know.
Just come find me. I don't even know where my tickets are, but I'll be there.
Oh, there you go.
June 21st, Wednesday night. Come get a sticker.
Yeah. That's right. I got to put some stickers in the mail for you, and then you have to find a bathroom to put them in.
Great. Get me arrested.
Stick it on a urinal.
There you go. That's just what we want.
Right at the bottom, so people got to look at it. What else was big this week? We got some new T-shirts available.
Woo.
Our visual design department was busy with creativity this week.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we got, AJ? We got the new Anthony Volpe shirt.
Volpe 11.
The Volpe 11. Hold on. What do we got here?
You got Peniella Volpe.
Oh, that's my favorite one.
You like that one?
I do.
You got a Giancarlo Stanton.
And you know what? I tried to be cute.
You did.
Do you know what that stems from? The he's different?
No, I don't know what that is. I gotta be honest.
So he hit that 485-foot bomb.
That was a bomb.
Like he hit it to people in the party deck out in center field above the batter's
not
eye.
even expecting anything.
Yes. And in the post game, when asked about that, Aaron Boone said, he's different. He just said that a bunch of times.
Oh, okay.
Talking about Giancarlo Stanton. So we got the he's different shirt with the number 27.
He is different. He is a gigantic specimen of a man.
Yes. He is large with muscles.
How do you even
we got the Volpe 11 shirt. So it's the number 11 and Volpe in a Volpe-like script, which looks very close to his autograph, but it's not his autograph. Okay, yes. I was intentional. I
good for you.
Found a good font.
Job. There you go.
Yeah. And then we got the Penne alla Volpe shirt. And then you've got the number 11 made up of 2 pieces of penne pasta.
That was a clever one.
Yes, you could do chasefor28.com/Volpe. You can go chasefor28.com/Stanton, or you can go chasefor28.com/Penne Volpe.
And everybody's favorite. Still got the Riz out there.
/Rizzo for Nobody Beats the Riz. And obviously /Darth Bader.
Oh, yeah. You need a judge.
Judge is a very tough one.
I know he is. Can't do all Raj. Probably get arrested for that.
Yeah, I can't do the copyrighted phrases.
Yeah, you got to do something else. You got to do something else like his courtroom or something like that. I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. I got somebody here looking for a judge shirt, so not pint sized. I don't know. What's a be creative? The other one. I don't know what to call him. He hasn't made an appearance yet.
Well, when he does make his appearance, I'll give him a nickname.
There you go.
I'm kind of like the John Sterling of making up people's podcast nicknames.
Yeah, but you're good at this, though.
Oh, that's Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. Much love, John.
And I was out doing some yard work today when Franchy Cordero hit his home run.
Oh, what was the call?
There was not a Franchy Cordero call.
He didn't expect it.
Nobody did.
And here's Franchy Cordero. Oh, he hit a home run. All right, good for him.
Yeah. You know what I would do?
Well, let's go for it.
Here you go. It is high. Swung on in there. It goes deep to left. It is high. It is far. It is gone. Oh, Franchy Cordero, a 3-run homer. Oh, smile. You've got Franchy.
Wow. That's a good one. Okay. I like it.
Brought to you by French's Mustard. No. That's the best we do. Smile. You've got Franchy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Interesting. I got nothing. I'm not good at this game.
No, you can't play this game.
I'll be the Susan.
Oh, God. Alex has special balls.
Okay.
All right. So we've had some fun here. Talking about the Yankees.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is coming up? They have the rest of their series against Baltimore, April 8th and 9th in Baltimore. Then they pack up the show and take it to Cleveland, April 10th, 11th, and 12th. They are at whatever they call the Jake Progressive Indian Guardian Field now. Do not know.
I think it's Progressive.
Is it Progressive Field?
I think it might be.
All right. At the Prague.
At the Prague.
And then they are home next week, a 4-game series. I'm noticing a lot of 4-game series on the schedule this year against the Twinkies, April 13th through the 16th. And of course, I believe next Friday is the big Tino Martinez Grand Slam bobblehead.
It's true. And just
as we celebrate the most fascinating things in Yankee history.
Yes. The Grand Slam in Game 1.
And have you seen the promos for this where they just play all these Tino Martinez clips?
Yes. It's great. Great.
Yes.
I put us in for a chance to go to the Yankee game on the 13th. I entered us in a contest.
You and me, or you and your family?
I mean, you.
Oh, okay.
I think it's only 2 tickets. So.
Oh, okay. When am I going to find out if I'm going to the Yankee game with you?
I think they said Monday. I think they're going to announce a winner on Monday.
All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. Let me know. I'm available. I don't have school.
I do.
Oh, I'll pick you up.
I'll meet you there. It's no big deal.
We're going to pay $80 for parking?
Yeah, probably.
You're out of your mind. Rather split it. Let's see. I think that's it. Oh, let's make our predictions for the week. What's going to happen the rest of the series in Baltimore?
I have no idea. I don't know. I said they were going to go 5-4, right? Didn't I say that? 9 games. I said they were going to go 5-4. So I guess I'm calling a split for the rest of the weekend.
Okay, so you're calling a split, so go 5-4. I got to go with they're going to sweep tomorrow and Sunday, or today and Sunday, depending on when you're listening to this, which would make me right and AJ wrong, and well, that's good.
Yeah, that's fine for you.
All right, Cleveland. In Cleveland, 3 games. What do you got?
What is Cleveland this year? I don't know anything. Like, I feel like I don't know anything. Like, I've watched a lot of baseball tonight, but like, is Cleveland any good right now? I don't think they are, because I have 2 of their guys on my fantasy team, and I get no points for them.
How you doing in fantasy, by the way?
I'm tied right now. My pitching is carrying me.
Let's go to the standings.
I feel like Cleveland should be good. We always play
Cleveland is 5-3.
Oh man, they're good.
Oh, and we didn't even talk about Tampa Bay hasn't lost a game yet.
I didn't want to talk about it. I did not.
Okay.
They won again tonight. So yeah, they're 7-0.
Yeah, they're 7-0.
Ugh. How? How does this team like just keep
They've
rebuilding?
scored 53 runs and allowed 18.
How?
The Yankees are plus 14, 35 runs to their 21 they've allowed.
How?
I don't know.
I didn't think Tampa was going to be this good.
Neither did Tampa. On the bright side, Boston is 4-3.
So are we. It's not bright side.
We are. Oh, I'm sorry, 3-4. They are 3-4.
Did Boston lose today?
I think so.
Okay. How about Toronto? What are they doing right now?
They are also 4-3.
They're not
But
good, but
they are -2 run differential.
They're not good. I'm
No.
just putting it out there. They're not
But
good,
hold
and
on, I
they're
didn't get a
lucky
chance to
they're
talk about
playing
this.
teams that are not good too.
Yes. I cannot wait. I'm excited when the Yankees finally get to Toronto to see how they remodeled Sky Dome Rogers Center.
I heard it's
Because-
$300 million renovation.
And this is phase 1.
Oh, why
They're
not
going to be
just-
doing additional things in the offseason, like they're replacing every single season, a whole bunch of stuff.
cool. Good for them.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like because it's
Yeah.
not your grandfather's Sky Dome.
Like, what is that team going to do? Because
They're
that
currently
team
4-3.
has a lot of youth, and you can't sign them all.
Yeah. Not in Toronto.
I mean, you're gonna keep Guerrero.
I don't know.
Like, I don't know what
You
you're
got people
gonna
who are saying that Shohei Ohtani is going to leave. Like,
do. You go where?
you know,
You go to Toronto?
no, I'm not saying he's going to go to Toronto.
Oh.
I'm just saying, you know, teams don't always sign the players they should keep.
Right. Shohei will be a Met.
I mean, look at the Yankees in this offseason. They weren't able to hold on to Arson Judge. He left. Did you see there was a guy who had an Arson Judge jersey at the Yankee game?
I did see that.
Good job on the MLB store for allowing that.
Yeah.
Good job.
You see the jersey they're trying to sell? Jizzo.
I'm sorry, what?
You didn't see this?
No, I did not see Jizzo.
Somebody's creating this Jizzo shirt, and it's number 99 and 48. I'm like, why would you buy that? It's a combination of Judge and Rizzo. Like, why?
Here's a public service announcement.
Don't buy that
Please
shirt.
Don't buy the shirt
Oh.
that says Jizzo on the back.
And if you
And
don't
I'm
believe
not
me, look
going
it
to
up.
make one. I'm not going to make one.
They're selling it somewhere.
Yeah, in a
No.
Pathmark shopping cart in lot 2.
Like, somebody made it. They were wearing it. 99.48.
99. I'm surprised they didn't add it up.
Jizzo.
But now I feel like I should put it on the front of a shirt.
You should
No.
know.
All right.
No.
We're saying here officially, we will never sell a shirt that says Jizzo on it. What about Rudge?
It sounds even worse.
What if I put their 2 wiener dogs on? Don't they both have wiener
No,
dogs or
don't do
something?
that either.
Okay. So I don't want to put wieners and Jizzo on
No.
the shirt.
Well, that's all right. We're canceled.
I think we're okay.
Okay. Nobody listens.
No offense to you who's listening.
If
All right.
you are listening, it's not related to us.
We didn't get any feedback. You're listening. Send us something. Let's go. You got opinions just like we do, and we want to hear from you. Tell us your thoughts on Jizzo. Email us at feedback@chasefor28.com. Connect with us on Twitter @chasefor28pod, and send us a voicemail. We would love to hear your voice, hear what you're thinking. If you're a new follower of us on Twitter, and this is the first episode you're checking out, thank you for checking out the Chase for 28 podcast. That's going to do it for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed the show. And again, we want to hear from you. Twitter @chasefor28pod, voicemail, chasefor28.com/voicemail. AJ, how can they support the show?
Yeah, if you want to support the show, there's a couple ways you can do it. First, tell a fellow Yankee fan about the podcast. Word of mouth goes a long way in helping us reach new listeners. I know we have some new people out there who've been following us, so share this, please. Now, you can also become a legend by visiting chasefor28.com/legend. And if you are so obliged, thank you for donating to the show. And finally, if you want to show your love for the Yankees and Chase 28 podcast, visit chasefor28.com/merch and get your hands on some of that cool merch we were talking about.
And again, thank you to SeatGeek for supporting the Chase for 28. Check out their app, download it today, get tickets for sporting events, concerts, and more. So get those Yankee tickets now and visit chasefor28.com/SeatGeek and use promo code CHASE428 at checkout to get $20 off your first purchase. Thanks again for listening, and we will see you next time on the Chase for 28.
Let's go Yankees.